everyone, my name's Amanda and I'm the Fun Size Reader, and today I want to talk about book 4 of the Bonds That Tie series, which is called Forced Bonds by Bree. Now, if you've been following along with my reading of this series, I am on book 4. I have not read past book 4 because the books all kind of just blend together. And I never want to say something that happens in a later book in an earlier review. So this is only up to book 4 at this point. Because this is a series, this video probably will have spoilers for what happens in the first 3 and what happens in this book. So I'm just giving you a fair warning before I continue on. It's a little difficult to give a synopsis of this book because I feel like the synopsis is the same thing as what has happened in the last books. They're fighting the resistance. They're living in this house together. They're doing the same thing. I'm struggling with that, okay? So star rating for book 4. All the previous other books have been 4 stars for me. This one dropped down to a 3. I still liked it. I still enjoyed it. I'm on book 4 of the 6. I'm invested in finishing the series, but I just feel like the same thing keeps happening over and over and over again. I just wish that there was a little more oomph. Spice rating, because of the nature of it being a reverse harem fantasy romance, it is going to stay at a 4. You should know what that means based on my scale. If you don't, I do have a video on it, so you can take a look at that. Okay, let's dig into this. I'm going to tell you what I truly feel about what I remember of this book. Because if I'm being honest with you, I was actually supposed to post this video way sooner than I am posting it because I forgot to record it. I recorded the first ones and then I went to record my last batch of videos and I completely forgot about recording this video. So it's been quite a while since I read the book. So I'm pulling from the depths of my brain to remember what happened in it. And I know the big things that I wanted to talk about. The first big thing, which I kind of hinted at prior to, is that it is just feeling repetitive to me. It feels like we're in the same places, we're doing the same things, we're training, we're meeting, we're eating, it's just, I want more. I don't want to just be captured or going to a battle with the resistance. I want there to be more plot. I want there to be more oomph. While it still is entertaining, I just wish that it was more than that. I wish that I didn't want to have to take a break in between book 4 and book 5 so that I didn't feel like I was just reading the same book over again. So that is my biggest complaint, which is why I think I dropped it from a 4 to a 3 for this book. I hate to say that I was right, but if you saw my last video for book 3, I said, I really hope that it doesn't just turn out that the shocking ending of the last book just gets fixed right away in the beginning of the next book. And it's just a misunderstanding or it was a super easy fix or whatever. And I was totally right. That's exactly what happened. I hated that. I hated that it was just such a quick and easy fix. I wanted there to be the drama. If you're going to leave us with a cliffhanger at the end of a book like that, one that is so shocking and jaw-dropping, and you just cannot believe how her best friend has been against her this whole time, follow through with it. If you're going to drop that cliffhanger, follow through with it. Actually make it part of the plot. Don't just be like, oh, just kidding. That really bothers me sometimes when authors do that with cliffhangers. I want the cliffhanger to be followed through. I don't just want the shock factor ending to get me to want to read the next one and then, oh, everything's back to normal and hunky-dory when the next book starts. I don't particularly love that. I thought Gabe turning into a dragon was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that to happen, but having it happen at the same sort of battle and, oh, we're going to this resistance camp. It's just too much of the same thing. And what's funny is I feel very repetitive saying that over and over and over again. But what else can I say? It's the same content of the books over and over and over again. And I get so discouraged, especially for me recommending series to you guys when I read the first book and I'm so into it and so gung-ho, and then I get you invested in this series and then I keep reading it and then this happens. Like, it makes me so wary as a reader and as a reviewer to recommend things like this to you, because I'm like, well, do I have to read the whole series before I make a video recommending a book or reviewing a book? Because now I feel like so many of you have messaged me about this series and have gotten invested in it, and I'm invested in it, and like, it's petering down for me. And that really sucks. Like, I really want a series to ramp up. And I do feel like there are some that do that. Oh, it's sad. I don't like feeling like I recommended something, or you watch my first video and then you don't watch the other ones where like the series has gone off. Maybe I should do a whole video that's just like, once I finish the series, a series recommendation. Like, would you guys like that? For those of you who are reading along with me, like, let me know in the comments, please, because I would really like to know if you would like something like that. In addition to the individual book videos, obviously. Okay, let's talk about the ending of this book, Knox. I was underwhelmed. Okay, I was underwhelmed. And I say that only having finished book 4. I haven't read book 5 yet. If I learned anything from this book, I know that it's just going to be fixed in the next book. Like, I'm not worried that he's actually dead. But one thing that I will say is I did not feel the shock factor that I think was supposed to be felt from his death, because I don't think that their relationship was progressing enough for me to be attached to him as a character to actually care that he dies at the end of this book. I might come to that feeling by the end of the series. I don't think enough was done in this book to make me be like, oh my God, Knox died. This shouldn't have happened. I'm devastated. I need to find out what happens. There wasn't enough of Ollie and Knox's relationship progressing. It did a little bit, but not emotionally enough for me to be like, this can't happen. I really want to like Knox more, and I think he's like coming around, but I just don't feel like it was enough for that cliffhanger. And the way that the whole Sage being controlled thing worked out, instead of her actually being a traitor and being the mole in the like safe haven, makes me just feel like he doesn't actually die and he's just gonna come back to life and everything's gonna be hunky-dory. Yeah, I can't really trust it. I do think I need a break before I move on to book 5. I need to give myself a little bit of time to feel like I've forgotten what has happened, so that I don't just keep giving negative reviews, because it feels like I've already read the book before. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know when I'm going to read the next one, but obviously I will get the video out to you guys as soon as I do. This series is available on Kindle Unlimited, but as always, I will put the links in the description down below. And don't forget, you can also find me on all the social media, and I'll see you guys next time.